I like to say frienders, man. We're friends that are vendors, and we're just we're hanging out. Yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna ask you, like, you want to get a beer or something?
Not tonight. My wife will kill me. So.
That's where we are.
I gotta go home and put patio.
And that's just water, right? It's not vodka.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, that's what we'll say.
All right. Whenever you're ready, man.
Oh man, this is what we do.
Cool.
I'm just excited you're here.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, like I was saying earlier, 10 years I've been doing this, and one of the first DJs I ever got to work with was you. You kind of like set the bar for me what a wedding DJ does, because I grew up with a lot of DJs. I went to many clubs, right. Of different styles of DJs, and I was married. I think it was like 3 years or so, maybe 2.5, 3 years before I got into the wedding world.
Right.
And then my DJ was a friend of mine, and he was awesome, great, right. But there's an art to being a wedding DJ that I don't think a lot of people don't get or don't necessarily think about versus just ones and twos and the mics.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like you could be the best guitar player in the world, but if you can't figure out the crowd that you're playing for, it's the same thing with the DJ. It's like, it goes back to a band. You go to a concert, they got to read the crowd. A DJ has to read the crowd because some weddings like a certain form of music or not a certain format of music, and everybody's different, especially like in the day and age that we're in right now because of Spotify. Spotify changed everything, because back in the day you were playing throwbacks to keep the parents and everybody happy, and new stuff, and that's what it was. Because if you grew up in the days of records or CDs or whatever,
vinyl,
you had to, well, I don't know about that, but like CDs, let's say
CDs, that's still old,
we all
man.
remember CDs.
People have heard of CDs.
But if you grew up and your dad or mom had the CDs, like, that's how you knew music that was older, because they had it on CD, or you might have been driving somewhere and on the radio they might have had on, the 80s or the 70s or the 80s station. But now with Spotify, like, it's cool because they might know something that's way throwback to brand new and everything in between, which is really, really cool. So you really have to read the room.
I love hearing throwback music being monetized now. Like, you see a lot of newer artists are sampling this stuff, and the young kids now, because a lot of couples we deal with are early 20s, mid 20s, and some 30s, and they're hearing all these awesome new songs that are coming out, and I'm like, yo, that song, that riff, that's been there for like 30, 40 years. Like,
but a lot of them will, it's like I was having this conversation with somebody just yesterday. It was funny because I was going over formalities with the bride yesterday for a wedding coming up in June. And her mom was one of the concerns, was she's like, I just have a couple questions. And I'm like, okay, here comes this mom questions. And it's all good. And she was like, I'm so concerned about volume not being too loud at the wedding where people aren't going to be able to have a conversation. I go, you don't have to worry about that. I go, I've been doing this since I was a kid, and that's one of my things. It's like, I'm going to play the booming hits, of course, but like, I'm going to make sure that people are able to have a conversation, enjoy the conversation, have a drink, and get on that dance floor and have a great time. And then we were talking about music, and she's like, so what do you do? Do you play stuff for us too? And I'm like, so, it's the mom, so you're going to drop stuff like, I definitely do Whitney Houston. Like, I want to dance with somebody. And like, and the funny thing, the funny thing is that's been popular for a while now, but what's come back around, well, I don't remember when it was popular back in the day, but like back up until about 10 years ago, I never played ABBA. Like, you never played Dancing Queen.
Oh, man.
Like, nobody played that.
Really?
No, that was from no. And
that's all I ever hear, man.
Well, because Mamma Mia, the movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
And that is why. So there's a whole new generation of brides that are into that now, and it's, that song, I should say.
They made a sequel, too. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't even watch the original.
My
My wife probably did.
I know the Broadway. It was a Broadway show, right? Before Mamma Mia? It was a classic Broadway show,
Sure,
I think.
Sure,
why not?
I don't know. I just do what I'm told.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So,
oh, that's a good husband right there.
Yeah, so.
Just do what I'm told. It's funny, the other day I was asked to bring some food for a church gathering that we had, and the guy asked me, hey, but bring whatever you want. And I'm like, I don't know what to bring. Why are you asking me? And I asked my wife, I'm like, what should we bring? And they're like, I don't know. They asked you. I'm like, I'm a husband. I have been trained to just, give me a direction.
Exactly.
Give me some, I'm a soldier.
Exactly.
All the smart stuff, I leave to my wife now, because I found out in like 15, 16 years of marriage that she can figure it out way better than I can. Yeah. She's a smarter one.
See, for me, it's been 12 years, and I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah, listen, just Just trust.
I'm just learning.
Just
to say
trust,
yes,
man.
whatever you
Just
want.
yeah. It's yeah.
But no, thank you for saying like that was one of your first guys that you worked with. That means a lot to me. But I've been doing this since I was a kid, and it's just been a blast. And it's like I was saying earlier before we started rolling. I think the wedding business is going through a huge transition right now, and I embrace that transition.
Like what though? I mean, the pandemic, everyone stopped, and now we're back.
You know, I in October things started changing a little bit. You know, just everything started changing. I just felt it. Like I don't know why, and a lot of vendors started feeling it. Like because there's seasons where you're going to get a lot of phone calls, and there's seasons where you don't get a lot of phone calls. You know, it's like, and things just started changing a little bit, and so I just what's going on? What's going on with this business? And what I found was like we've been dealing with a ton of millennials over the last 10 years or so, which is great. Yeah. But now we're going into the Gen Z. And Gen Z, whether you like it or not, and I embrace it. I love it. It's like, let's go.
Well, yeah. I'm just getting older now, and I'm starting to become that guy.
No, you cannot be that guy.
I'm trying not to.
No, you cannot be that guy.
I'm trying not to.
So with Gen Z, you know, they were born with a cell phone and a tablet, you know, and basically
they come out of the womb with a phone,
right? And
every
that's an awesome. But
now.
It's an awesome thing because they're up on technology. They know what they want, when they want it, and how they want it, which is awesome because of the technology now. You know, because we've all been doing social media since its inception. So there's tons of stuff of us on social media with your stories and your Instagram stuff and your website and even stuff like this. Like people can go and these new couples, they'll go and do all the research on you. And
know you before they even talk to you.
Everything about you.
So this generation's creating stalkers, is what you're saying?
No,
yeah, that's all I'm hearing.
No, they're well informed, and I absolutely love it because they know what they want, and that's great. So. I still love to have a meeting. I still love to sit down with people. I still love to have long conversations with people because I love to talk, obviously, as you know. But the thing is, with the new generation, they've got that information already. So the conversations are just not as long as they used to be, and that's cool. So
how do you adapt to
you
that?
Roll then? How you adapt to it is. Again, you don't need to talk to them for an hour and tell them what you do for the most part because they already know. So you're just going to see if you click vibe-wise. Okay. Talk about price a little, talk about how you do things, and they feel you out, and you feel them out. It works out awesome, and I'm embracing change. I love it. But one of the other things that I have noticed is, and when I was saying with stuff, you can just tell things are changing, is I did 9 wedding shows this year. I know it sounds crazy, but McDonald's 9 wedding shows I did this year. Okay,
I didn't know there were 9 wedding shows in this area. Did you leave the state?
No, there's a ton of them out there.
Nine wedding shows.
But the thing is, it's kind of like people say to me, like, "Why do you do that many shows?" Well, basically, this is the reason why. Have you recently saw in the last few years a Nike commercial or McDonald's commercial? Yes, you have. Mm-hmm. They never need to advertise. They don't. Everybody knows who Nike McDonald's is. But you know what? A new generation might not know who Nike is. You know what I mean? So the thing is, you always have to be out there. I mean, I saw you guys at the big Albany Cap Center show.
Yeah, well, that's a good show.
Right.
And Albany's always fun because you get a good eclectic group of people that's just it's totally random.
It was great. Honestly,
I like the randomness behind it because you're not getting the specific type of person.
Right.
So you're more likely to find somebody that you can click with.
Well, the funniest thing was like of all the shows, I mean, attendance was definitely down at most of the shows, which is fine. It's just, again, we're going into, because
they're like, Garasi's here. We're not going to show up. He goes to all these shows and we get all our bookings. This is ridiculous.
But what it goes back to is people can find stuff online about you, so they don't necessarily need to go to a show anymore. I think it's great to go to a show because you get to actually shake hands and meet people, and I meet more of my couples that already have me booked than anything, which is great. But like the Albany show was a great show. Like we got 60 inquiries.
That's awesome.
Which is huge. But the other shows we probably got like between 15 to 20.
Yeah.
So
all you need is one.
Right.
So, to make up for that day. But more than one is better.
But the thing that I've noticed about wedding shows is, again, this all comes back to things changing. Because with the new Gen Z generation, the people that were, let me do the math to make sure I have this right. All right, you're 24 right now. You're getting engaged, okay?
You give me numbers,
24,
man.
All right?
You know I used to be a dancer, right? Okay. I only can count to 8. I can count to 8 and then back to 1 again.
When you reverse that, basically with, what was it, 6 years ago? Or no, was it 6? Yeah. So in 2020, So in 2020, when the pandemic happened, these guys are 18, okay? It's been 6 years, so now they're 24. So
now
they
they're
never
full
had
adults.
they never had a graduation. They were told to socially distance. So you're dealing with different people now that were raised differently. You know,
kids
than
don't
we
know how to
are.
interact
Well,
with other
that's
people now.
that's part-
Unfortunately,
and that's
technology and the pandemic
right.
definitely.
So
hurt.
I mean, it just has changed things. But what it's changed though, and I was just speaking with somebody on the way up here. He's been speaking with brides and grooms, and they're like, so for instance, going back to the wedding show. Let me backtrack.
It's all good.
Some people would come up to me. And I'd be like, hey, congratulations on your engagement. You guys looking for DJ or blah, blah, blah. And some people would be like, absolutely. Oh, great. Cool. What's your date? First Saturday in June. Awesome. 2027, 2028. No.
Like 2 months.
4 months from now. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So people are booking quicker. Like, you know
Later,
what I'm saying?
it sounds like. They're
Well, what I mean, I shouldn't say quicker. I don't know what the term is. But, you know, they're booking not as far out as they used to. You know,
it used to be the census was what, a year, 2 years.
a year and a half. Right?
Yeah, give it
and
2
it's
years
still
max.
like that. So half the couples are still like that. But what I found on the opposite end of that is they're looking at a date, say, in 2027, 2028. We haven't set a date yet. So some people are just in the world we live in. I mean, let's face it. I mean, these people grew up in the pandemic. They didn't know from day to day what was happening in the world. So,
world was ending.
so sometimes
Yeah,
people are hesitant to say, a year and a half from now, we're going to get married. We'd rather wait till 4 months from now. And
This next generation has commitment
it's
issues.
different.
It sounds like to
well,
me.
yeah,
huh?
because they were raised that way.
You don't know what's gonna happen. Just live for the now. Don't worry about the future.
In all the years I've been doing this, you just embrace change. Everything changes, and change is awesome. Like I love it.
I like change. Like I said, I'm getting older. I'm trying not to be too old. My children
You're
make me
as
feel
old as you act, and you're a very cool guy.
Well, I act.
You
got to
compete with your kids.
I'm 7 years old mentally. Yeah, that's where I'm at. But like this younger generation, it's cool to work with them. But definitely, they definitely know you more.
Right. Which is great.
Which I feel weird because then like when I get an inquiry, I feel like I'm Facebook stalking them. Like, who is it? What do they look like? What is going on? And yet they know more about me than I could possibly know.
Absolutely.
They know technology way more. I'm like, I don't even know.
Which is a great thing. It's like
how to work
the
this.
fruits of your labor. You've been doing this for so long. Like you guys have. Oh my God, you just Google you guys, and like there's tons of content that comes up. You know what I mean?
Stop.
Google
Tell me
it.
more.
Boom.
What is it?
You know? No, I'm serious.
How good are we? No. Well, also
they'll look at your reviews. They will also.
Yeah.
What I've also
They have
learned
fun.
is if they like you, you'll have the best reviews ever.
yeah, that's a.
If they don't like you, you're going to be in big trouble.
Yeah. I don't think we had a bad review ever.
No,
I think
so
we
I
had
mean, like a company like yours is going to
even
do
one, yeah.
fantastic in the future because you embrace that change. I mean, look at you guys have like this beautiful studio, the latest in high tech gear.
This is all AI. This is all AI.
No, it's
Mike,
not.
just so
It's
you know.
real.
It's
real.
It's a green screen.
No, it's not. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, man. Well, that means a lot. Like I said, like for me and coming into the wedding world and seeing how you are as a DJ, it definitely like I said, set a bar or it set like a precedent. It's not even just a bar. It's like, okay, this is
I
what
didn't even mean
wedding
to do
DJs
that. I just
No, I remember the first day you're like, this is how DJs do it. Like, no.
yeah, right.
Well, it got me thinking now. You've been doing it for so long, and I've been doing this for a while. Now, at this point in what we do here, there are couples that we want to work with. Your personality, you're
I want to work with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Are there couples that you're like, yeah, that's not gonna vibe with me, and then you're like, hey, sorry, I may not be the DJ for you, because I don't see you doing that.
You know what's funny? No. I mean, I want to work with everybody that wants to work. Again, I always say, good goes the good. Like, I don't know. Like, I get the greatest couples like ever. Like, I do. Like, and everybody
lucky.
says, oh, you say that about everybody, and I'm like, yeah, because
gotta
like
throw some of
I'm
that magic
really,
dust my way, man.
I'm really lucky that I do have that. But have I met people? Like, I just met somebody recently at one of those 9 wedding shows, and it wasn't the bride; it was somebody that was with her. Set, and it was like one of the last Saturdays I had open in September for next year, and super awesome people. But the funny thing was, the person that was with her might have been her mom. She was a sweetheart, but she said,
the moms
"We want to attend a couple of weddings that you're DJing before we consider you." And I'm like, absolutely not. So I was like, you can't attend a wedding. I'm like, I said to her, I go, can I bring 10 couples to your daughter's wedding? She's like, no. I go, exactly. You can't. I mean,
Wow.
I'm very blessed. I have over 2,200 5-star reviews between Wedding Wear, Google, Facebook, The Knot. Go online, check out those reviews. Like,
Check them out. Check them out.
Look,
That's awesome.
Look for the best ones and the worst ones. There aren't any worst ones.
There are no worst ones. No.
But I'm not saying, sometimes you might deal with some interesting people, so you never know if that's going to happen. It's kind of like going and looking at a refrigerator or a car. There might be like 1,000 great reviews and then some wacko that gave somebody a bad review. And well, that person might have been crazy.
The color blue on it.
So I always give that person. I always am like with companies or refrigerators or cars. I'm like, well, that person might have been crazy.
So have you turned down a person?
No,
never. He's like the only person. No, I take everyone. Let's go. That's awesome.
The irony was like a couple days after that show that Dave booked. So, I just said
and they didn't have to go to any weddings.
I can't. And that's not going to happen. I'm never I'm sorry. No one's coming to somebody's wedding that I'm DJing. I don't care.
That would be
no.
The fact that they asked you that.
So that was just a weird question that I got.
I believe it was her mom. It was probably her mom.
Maybe. They were super, super, super nice people. Like and I get it, but sometimes people think, again, getting back to her daughter, like social media, like she ain't new. Boom. She's like, boom, boom. Yeah. Mom, I know what this
is the guy I want.
Right, exactly. Let's have a sit down meeting with him or a phone meeting with him or,
that leads me to a question that you got me thinking about, because I've talked before about one of my fears in a wedding. A lot of times is dealing with specific people. And a lot of times to me, I always find it's moms. I like dealing with the different type of people at a wedding because it's almost like a victory. Like I win everyone over. Right, exactly. Your and I's personality is very very similar. But are there any, like, when you go to a wedding, is there something that that you might dread, like a fear that you go to a wedding, like, oh gosh, I hope that the power doesn't go out again or something weird or something like that? Have you ever had anything that actually happened to cause a fear?
No, I mean, I've done 5,000 plus events, and I mean, no, Jeez. I mean, it all goes back to, I don't know, I guess it's karma or whatever. You treat people the way you want to be treated, and it's good. Everything is good. Like, I don't know. I mean, as a matter of fact, I did tell a story just yesterday to a bride, because the bride, I always tell brides are like, what's your deal on requests? Like, can people make them? Can people not make them? Because some DJs are like, don't request anything.
So many times.
So here's my take on things. As I said to the bride, I said, you're hiring me. I work for you, the couple. Okay. And basically that's that. So don't tell your guests they can request. Don't tell your guests they can't request. Don't even bring that up. So the bottom line is, she goes, well, how do you handle that? I go, 99.99% of the time, nobody even requests anymore. It's weird because I would say 21-year-olds and under, because I do a lot of school related events in the wintertime. Nobody even uses that terminology anymore. Now they say, now they say, could I make a song suggestion? So it's not even a call to request. It's so weird. But I said, just leave that up to me. If I'm playing Starships by Nicki Minaj and somebody comes up, your best girlfriend in the wedding party comes up and it's like, oh my God, will you play Super Bass by Nicki Minaj? Well, yeah, because that's like a no-brainer. Yeah, that works. They go now, on the opposite end of that, I had something happen at a wedding back in February. And this song would have worked great if the person requested it during dinner. It would have worked like one of those transition songs. Yeah. But it was the father of the groom. 3 songs left in the night. And you're not, it's at that point, it's like, boom. It's like, we're not, like, I'm sorry, like, unless it is the ultimate fit. But that, again, nobody ever requests. I mean, out of 200 weddings, you might have,
do you chill out the end of the night, or do you blow up the end of the night?
No, it's I build up. I want it through the roof. Yeah. So this gentleman comes up to me, nicest guy in the world. He's like, will you play the Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way? And I'm like, he was a father. And I'm like, the guy's probably paying for everything. And I'm like, here's the thing. Like, we only have 3 songs left, and I think that's a great song for the end of dinner. It's a great sing-along song if that's the vibe, like the millennial vibe, and that's awesome. But right now, and I literally said, that song is going to kill this vibe. We can't. He's like, really? I'm here for the wedding. And I'm like, I know. But listen, I got to do what's best for the couple and for everybody out there. So sometimes you do have to say no, but you always got to keep in mind, like, going back to, like, people that you have to deal with that are in the family or the guests. You work for 2 people that day, the couple. You work for the couple, and that's what the bottom line comes down to. So sometimes you do got to be the bad guy to the cousin of the bride that requests some weird song, and you got to say, and I learned a long time ago, just don't tell them you can't play it. Just say you don't have it. Because if you don't have it, how can you play it?
We'll try to get to it. Yeah, well, I don't got that. Listen, no, but
No,
we're
no,
talking
no, I
about
don't
the
have
young
it.
kids
I
now.
don't
They're
have
like,
it.
you can get it, the internet.
Oh,
You
I know, but then I'd have
you
to
can't use that. You
Oh
can't
yeah,
use that.
I know I can get it, but then I'd have to shut my whole system down.
Yeah.
We'd have to reboot it.
There
That would
you
take
go.
5 minutes. I don't think the bride and groom are going to be
You
happy.
don't, you don't want the party to die out. They'll
No,
die
no.
out because
So
you
that's-
asked that one song. You ruined it. Now the couple's probably going to get divorced because you ruined their
No,
whole wedding.
you can't be like that. But like I said, the whole request thing, I always say leave it a moot point because that's with couples. It's their wedding. You know, if you want to hear some crazy song, go play it in your car. I mean, this is about the couple and the friends and the family. But going back to the super bass, piggyback with
that's a good mix.
Starships.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
That works great.
I think that's the next song in
that's
the
the next
album,
song
I think.
anyway.
Yeah.
It's like the flow that I'd be going
works
anyway.
perfect.
So
Do you-
but those are the things sometimes you got to work around. But like, it's all good. You know, I've learned that sometimes you have to say no, and you know, it is what it is. But it's for the betterment of the wedding and the couple that booked you because it's all about them. So, the only things with weddings that you know, like, I don't know, like, what was the word that you said, like, freak me out? Like, my biggest thing, like, people say to me, like, with weddings, like, is there a certain thing where, like, it's tense for you or whatever? And I'm like, no, not really.
You're still human.
Well, the only thing is, I will tell you this, because as you know, they get married, they have the ceremony, right?
Yeah.
99% of these weddings now we're doing the ceremonies on
you
premise.
plug it in, you're getting...
So, like, during the ceremony, like, that is the most nerve-wracking part for everything for me because the microphone, you better not have any interference.
Mm-hmm.
You better make sure that you got fresh batteries in that mic. You better make sure that you played the right song for the guys to walk down to, the right song for the ladies to walk down to, the right song for the bride to walk down to. No interference. You better hope and pray when you're playing at the Hall of Springs
Give me
and
anxiety.
SPAC's open. That Journey isn't doing a sound check when she walks down the aisle because you know what?
That's what she's going down to.
That
She's going down
did
the Journey.
happen once during a wedding that we had. Like
Yeah, but that's
literally,
baller if
they had to
Journey's doing
wait
it.
till Journey got done. They were sound checking,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to push the ceremony by like 15 minutes.
Oh,
but
man.
little did I know, I'm like, so how
Don't
does,
stop believing it's going on. Just
right?
go
So
down the aisle.
I was like,
Just
so
go.
how does what are we gonna do? Like how to the management? I'm like, they're like we legally can't say anything to the band because like we're secondary to a band that's playing here that night. So we just let them do the sound check and then boom, we'll be back. And I'm like, all right, cool. But then again, so the biggest, and some advice for you guys too, you got to remember, say Journey's playing or whatever band's playing on stage that night at SPAC, we're running wireless. We're all running the same equipment on the same channel sometimes.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you're not on the same channel
as Journey.
bands. Again,
get the sound
going
check
back
through
and
your
making sure
spike.
that everything is perfect. So sometimes there are little wrenches like that. I mean, I've never had an issue, but I often wonder, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what happens if my wireless taps in, like we're doing something and somebody's on a wireless mic and all of a sudden the song comes out over my speakers, sits on the wireless.
Well, you're giving me anxiety because that's one of my fears as a videographer when working with a DJ.
So that's my fear probably.
Is with a DJ, like you've been great with this.
Well, thank you.
But when it comes to like plugging in to a DJ's equipment, I get terrified for that reason right there. Is their DJ stuff good?
No.
Am I going to get the audio? Can I hear the I do's?
Right.
You know, if I work with a good DJ, I know I'm usually okay.
You just plug it into the out, you're good to go. But luckily, I mean, these are fears; they're not realities. You've never had an issue. I've never had an issue.
I've never had an issue with you.
Thousands of events, you know.
I've had issues with other people.
But, you know, so those are my things.
knock on
And that's
wood.
why
I know I got some weddings
that's
with you
why
this
I
year.
cross my T's and dot my I's and make sure everything is like on. So those are like my big things of a wedding day. It's like ceremony, everything's ceremony. Because once I get past the ceremony, I'm like, we're good.
I don't know if you know this, and you probably do because you've been in it a while. But like I was saying, that fear that I have when it comes to like hooking up equipment and getting the sound from my couple, and when we make our videos and stuff, and like especially a ceremony or a toast, and the audio's not good, and it's not our fault, we still get the blame for it a lot of times, even though it might have been the DJ or it could be the faulty equipment. It's not ours, and we're so terrified. Like I'll plug into your system, but then I'll put something by the speaker, and then I'll try to mic someone else, and then mic another person, just in case something happens, you know, on the equipment side or even our side too. But it's just like you say that, like you you're making sure your stuff works. I'm praying your stuff works too. I'm like, please let your stuff work because then it helps me.
I've never had an issue, thank God. But it's just like one of those things, like if you're driving 3 hours away, you're like, I better make sure I have a full tank of gas. Well, yeah, you better have a full tank of gas if you're driving to Boston. You know what I mean? If your gas gets running down low, get more gas.
Van,
and it's the same. And it's the same with equipment. It's like, when it's time to switch out your gear, and I know when it's time to switch out a mic, or I've used this battery for 2 weddings now. Time to swap it out. Like, it might be good, but we're swapping it out. We're not going to have that issue. So it's staying. Yeah, and like I said, there's no issues, but you've got to stay on top of this stuff. And I think that's a good fear to have, where when you roll into a day and to the most important day of somebody's life, to have that fear. If you go out there without any fears, or you just show up and you're like, I'm Superman, which you got to think. You do have to think.
Well, you got to have a level of confidence,
right? You have to have confidence,
I know what I'm doing,
the ultimate confidence. But you better make sure that everything is on point. You know what I mean? And you're good to go, because not only is it the audio and the microphone that everyone's going to hear for the officiant or the speeches or whatever, but it's also going to affect the team. The video team, the photography team, it's just, and working hand in hand. It's funny.
Well,
like,
photographers don't need to hear no music in their
you
photos.
I will tell
those guys. I mean, as a photographer, it was one of the perks. Is like, okay, I don't have to worry about plugging into anything. I just go click, click, click on the video.
Well, I'll tell you a crazy story. Okay, so I did this as a joke. I said this as a joke to the vendors I was working with. Just to make, me, I like to screw around and make people laugh. So
have fun.
We're at Saratoga National, okay, with a very high end video and photography team, and we do the first dance speeches. This is probably 10 years ago now. So back then it was always like introductions, first dance speeches, and then you do a course. You do like salad course, then you do parent dances. So you break it up a little bit. It seems like nowadays people want to just get everything done, which is so cool.
Dance parties.
Yep, exactly. Now it's different. There's more of a dance party in between courses. So, but back then it was introduction, first dance, speeches. So we get everything done, and I walk back out. It was at Saratoga National. So we walk out of the ballroom, and they get the big doors closed. They're out by the fireplace. Just they were serving them dinner, and I walk out, and as a joke, I go, "Hey, where were you guys? I just did parent dances." And they're like, "What?" They're like, "Wait a minute. Did you hear about what happened last week?" And I'm like, I'm just joking. They're like, "That happened to us." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So they worked with a vendor that, and again, this all goes back to how we work as a team and letting everybody know what's what. Because it's nice if you have a wedding planner, but if you don't have a wedding planner, we're the wedding planners, but we work as a team. So basically, they were at a venue where the DJ went in and did, wherever it was, went and did parent dances and said that, not as a joke to them. And then, like we were just saying, the photographer, well, guess what? If a band or DJ does do a formality that you miss, whose fault is it, yours or theirs? It's technically the DJ or the band's, because they're supposed to let the photographer and the video company know what's, everybody know what's going on. That,
but I would think
that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, no.
You heard it here. No. You heard it here. That's how it's supposed to be.
That is how it's supposed to be. Because,
but if we missed it, it's also, we should be very aware as well. And a lot of the blame comes.
But sometimes if you're in another room or a different floor, sometimes there are cases you go to different venues and they'll serve you in a totally, like, a lot of the time, and that's one of the other things that changed over the years. I always used to sit down for like a 10-minute quick dinner, but now because there's dance sets between courses and stuff, like I rarely sit down anymore. So it's just
I've never seen you sit down. Like, every time we go sit down as vendors,
it's just different now. Like I think since COVID,
I haven't seen you sit with us for years.
Well, since COVID, because what happened was everything was traditional, and then 2020 happened and everybody was like, we just want a party. We want a 5-hour crazy party, like less formalities, more party. And that's what we're experiencing now. I love it. And I'm like, not the guy that I'm like, no. And you guys, and like for any couples out there, I mean, you do got to understand, these guys start way earlier than I do. They're showing up when you're getting ready. They're there sometimes 5-6 hours earlier than I am. So they do need a break. Me, I don't really need a break. I don't care. Like,
I'm just slept in. You slept into 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just rolling pulling in like 2 hours before your
I'm
actual
here, guys.
reception.
Let's go.
So these guys are at your house when you're getting ready and going to the church and going to the park and then coming back for this. I mean, so these guys got to get fed. Me, it doesn't matter. But all going back to,
it does matter, man.
I believe
it does
no,
matter.
not
You
for
gotta
me.
you gotta eat.
No,
You part of, you're a
Where do
robot,
I
Mike.
go? Like
You know,
everybody knows where I go after a wedding. Where do I go?
To another wedding?
No, I go. I go to McDonald's.
No, okay. I didn't know another
I
gig
love
or something.
McDonald's, but no, but
I was like, this guy always
everybody
works.
at McDonald's, all these different McDonald's know me because I'm rolling up like 12 in the
Garasi.
morning.
Well, you got the van. It's
Yeah,
right.
they
there
know.
It is.
Well, they know my order. But no, I
coming,
believe
buddy.
it's a DJ's responsibility or the band's responsibility to make sure that you get your shots, to make sure that, and it's one of the other things that I try to explain to my couples. It's like, when it comes to formalities, like last night I went over two weddings, one at the end of May, one at the beginning of June. And we like went over everything from top to bottom. Now, they're going to have another final meeting with their venue, probably the week, Wednesday, if their wedding's on a Friday or Saturday. And then, you're going to do your outline. So I always often tell people, like, we've got the outline. We got this, right?
Yeah.
We got the playbook. We're good. But when you meet with your venue or your photographers or video team, they might want to change something. I'm totally cool with changes because what couples, this is the reason why I love working with guys like you. You see an opportunity, you see a sunset, you see 5 rainbows and a unicorn and a leprechaun and a pot of gold
In one day.
and no,
It's amazing.
and
One
one
time.
spot. And the bride's supposed to dance with her father, and the groom's supposed to dance with the mom.
Yeah.
And we're scheduled in 2 minutes to go into this, and this beautiful rainbow appears.
I'm
and
gonna tell you real
you're
quick,
grabbing that couple, and you're gonna grab that shot. And that's what I tell them. I'm like, you can have everything set in stone, but if you meet with your venue a couple days before, and they're like, oh, Mike, you only thought you had salad and entree. You have soup, salad, entree. So we're gonna stagger. I'm like, change it. Whatever the venue tells you, change it. And because photography and videography, don't get me wrong. DJ is going to make or break the wedding. Band's going to make or break the wedding because that's what people party, they dance, they.
Well,
do
that's the
everything
last
like
thing
that.
they also
That's
hear
what
and see.
They remember. But the thing is, photography and video are equally as important. And the reason why I say this is you're only dressed up once in that dress.
I love this
okay,
guy.
but I'm telling the truth. I've been doing this a long time. So I say, if they got to pull you to go do special photo, and I know all the DJs and bands that are watching this are going, Mike, what do you? The truth
Secret's
is,
out.
let them pull them. Like, don't take them for a half hour. Take them for 10 minutes. Do what you got to do. Get them back in. But DJs and bands can work around the schedule, and I'm a big believer in that because stuff like rainbows
DJs are easier,
and
I
like
find.
and like the first snowfall. Say you're on State Street. Say you're at the State Room or 90 State back in the day, and you're November. You're November. Okay, November wedding, and all of a sudden the lights come on out on State Street. Pitch black night with the lights, and all of a sudden the little snowflakes start falling.
It's magical.
It is magical.
Take 'em out.
So does it matter if they're out there dancing for one more shot that you've already taken 100 shots of? Go get that picture, bring him back in.
What's a
You
nice
know what
break
I mean?
too?
It is. So I'm a proponent of that. I'm not a proponent of you pulling away for more than 15 minutes.
No. You got, especially because there's songs.
Because they give me their ride or die songs, and I want to make sure they're out there. But
I remember 2 weddings where I pulled a couple out because it was looking gorgeous, but then like the DJ played their song that they were waiting
DJ
for.
shouldn't be playing
and I
their
was
songs
like,
when they're gone. That's the whole thing with what it is that a DJ does. A DJ is like a mind reader and a reader of the crowd going back to. So say like the bride gives you some of her ride or die songs, or gives you her mom's jam. Say it's Whitney, okay? I want to dance with somebody.
Whitney,
It's
man.
always Whitney.
It's always Whitney.
Or Dancing Queen. But the thing is, when you're before you play that song, you better like scan the room.
Yeah. What's going
Find
on?
out where the mom is. Make sure the mom's in that room.
that happens
The
a
same
lot,
thing with the ride or die songs. You might have like Maid of Honor. It's her favorite song or something like that. You better make sure that's okay. That's the Maid of Honor. Oh no, that's the sister. Okay, where's the Maid of Honor?
That's happened
Go over
many
to the bride.
times where the-
Yeah, and you want to make sure because it'll take a wedding from a 10 to like through the roof, and then at the end of it, you'll be like, oh my God, that DJ was awesome. How do you know these songs? Because the magic of the whole thing is the planning. Going over everything and going, I don't need 1 million songs. I need like 10, 15 songs. You're right. Like your boom, ride or die songs. You're going to be out there. That's all you need to create the magic. If that, sometimes you don't even need. I had a review recently. They gave me 4 songs. And in the review, they were like, we gave him 4 songs we wanted. He built the whole night around 4 songs. And I did. It was just easy because with experience,
Well, I like to say, like, as a photographer, and I think all the other photographers will agree with too. Like we're running the show majority of the day. Like you said, we get there super early, and it's the same with video. Like we're ninjas as videographers,
Absolutely.
but we're there during the day. We're helping them get through the day. We're getting ready, first look, ceremony, blah 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 blah. And then once you get to ceremony, I like to say it's hard for me to give away the control. Right. But I like to say the DJ. It gets the baton. He's running the show. You're the loudest one. You got a mic.
I know that.
You got a mic.
That's why me going to the ceremony is like everything better be double checked and perfect. And
I love working with a DJ that's flexible like that. But
I'm the
you
only
have
wedding
the power.
DJ for my company. I'm the only guy that does weddings.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
That's it.
You got a good crew, man. You got
I got a bunch of young guns, man. Like it's funny because we do the photo booth thing too. We have those mirror photo booths, and it was funny because it's crazy. Like. The guys that I originally had working for me, some of them still work, are they started out at 16. My stepson, and now he's 26. So all these guys are like they got 10 years in the business from they were 16 to now they're 26. Like some of them have gotten married, gone away. But now I've got guys. I got my nephew who just started helping. He was there. That was that kid that was there at the ACC show. Yeah. 14. He wanted to help me, It's like, come on, you want to learn about the... So I took him out. I brought him to a mitzvah with me to show him. We did the photo booth.
Bar mitzvah? Oh my goodness. That's like the deep end.
Oh, dude, it was so funny. So we showed...
That's crazier than a wedding sometimes.
Well, we did game rentals and we did... They did not have DJs. There was game rentals and it was photo booth. But we get there and he's like, this is in Albany and he's from Amsterdam. And we get there and he's like, I know all these kids. I'm like, Gabe, you don't know all these kids. He's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, they're all hi-fi. I'm like, what? So he's like, 14-year-old kid, right? He goes out.
Sounds like my son.
He goes out. Everybody. Yeah, but they all knew him because he does travel basketball. So he played all these kids in basketball. Yeah. So the thing is,
kids are networking now.
I got him. He's been just a couple little things with me just to help out, like really move equipment. That's about it, just to help out.
He's a cool kid.
I got him, 14. I got a 17-year-old kid that's doing photo booth. Michael, he's awesome. And
you're smart. They can carry all the heavy 18, stuff.
Dude, these guys are phenomenal. And then I
got
I got my son and his friends that are like the 25, 26.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's 25 now.
26.
I remember he was a baby.
He's 26. Jake is 25.
Jeez.
And I got my daughter and her wife that help out too. So it's cool.
I know. I met her.
Yeah, she's cool.
One of the other wedding shows, awesome. I think one time.
They were at the ACC show last year. Yeah, and then they got married in October. So like it's.
Does she do weddings with you?
She'll do, like I said, these are all photo booth people with me. Yeah. I'm just the only DJ, but so they'll all, I keep them all busy, man. They're rocking and rolling, but that's the cool thing. You gotta, like I said, like, and again, like she's millennial, Cody's Gen Z, the younger guys are Gen Z. So like I'm buying some new lights and, had a quote from a company last night or yesterday.
Man, you always getting new.
I'm always buying stuff.
I know. Man.
But I'm buying these new lights, and this one light I thought was really cool, and I was like, I don't know, it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm always up till late, like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, you don't sleep either.
I text these guys because they're all young. Nobody's going to bed early anyway. So I text these guys. Like I text the guy that's 18. I text my daughter. I text my son. I'm like, okay, of these two lights, which one do you like? The one that I picked, they were like, no, I like the other one. And I was like, man, so it's always good to get a perspective. And it was like in Eric, who's my photo booth.
That hurts. That hurts me.
It's great.
That makes me feel old. I'm like, man, I'm not cool no more.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, man. I love your attitude. I want
to. That's how
you're not just a half. You're not a half full guy. You're overflowing cup guy. That's
absolutely.
You're definitely super positive.
And that's how you learn. Like even with a dude like Eric, who's he's a freshman in college. He's studying music. The kid is like wicked talented. He's one of my main photo booth guys now. And like the other day, I'm like, dude, like I put Instagram stuff up, I put stories up. He's like, oh, you should use this program to edit, boom, boom. And he's like, oh, I can show you. It was like midnight. No, it was like we got back from the Otisage. It was like 1 a.m. I'm giving him his check,
nice
and I'm like. He goes, I'm like, Eric, it's too late. Like, I'm not going to remember.
You even have limits. Mike's got limits.
But like, it's great to learn from the younger generation.
Are you having them doing any of your social media? Or do you do all your social media?
I strictly do everything myself.
You do it all yourself?
Yeah.
Man.
I do everything myself, man. I mean, like everything from consultations to meetings to stuff on the site to everything I do myself. I like it that way,
You're not the music man. You're the mega man.
Well, I don't know.
You just do it all. Jeez.
But I don't want to do too much either because I think like sometimes if you give too.
Okay. So there's the question. What's too much for you? Because you're probably one of the hardest. And I'm not saying to blow smoke. I mean, like I said, 10 years, and I've worked with some amazing DJs, and
so many great people,
so many great, awesome work ethics, and But for DJs, which is really cool too, guys. So we do weddings as well, but we do commercial work as well.
Right.
So we're also doing other stuff in Saratoga and Albany and things like that. And as DJs, you don't just have weddings; you have functions, you have corporate.
I was at Rivers Casino on Monday for a corporate event.
You guys are always moving. Yeah. What is too much for you? Like,
there's
how many bookings a week are you like? Okay, I have.
If there's 7 days in a week, then if there was do
you double book on a day?
8 days.
Do you do like a morning event?
Much, but there's only 7 days, so I can't work 8 days. So 8 days of a 7-day week would be too much.
That'd be too much. 8 days.
I will take 7 days a week, man. Like,
it's crazy. That's
I'll
awesome.
go, man. Like, I love it. I'll squeeze it in. I'll make it work. But again, I do one wedding a day for myself as a DJ, and they can book a photo booth with me, or we could have 3 other weddings going on with photo booths in addition to my wedding that does not have a photo booth. So we could do about 4 weddings in a day. Again, but 3 photo booths, I'm the only DJ.
You're the only DJ, though. Yeah.
I mean, and the photo booths are great, but not everybody books them. I mean, I have couples of mine that are like, we love them. I have couples that are mine like, we're not interested. Fine, whatever. But, we just keep busy. From that to school events, like I tell people, like they think I'm crazy. Like in January, I think I did 18 events, and a lot of them were school dances.
You're in prom season. Friday's prom for my girls.
Well, not even that. I play K through 6 for a bunch of schools, and they'll do like father-daughter dances or mother-son. They call them someone special now.
I did a father. Yeah, Marcia did
grandparents can come and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everything
dances.
from that to like proms to semi-formals to whatever. But the funny thing is, you're gonna learn. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but like those people that are like kids right now that are 14. In 10 years, they're your customers.
That's true.
Like right now we're going through with music, like some of the jams, like with my son, like he's 26, his fiance is 25. Like she loves Jonas Brothers. She loves Miley. She loves that generation. The generation before that, back in the late 90s, loved Backstreet Boys, loved NSYNC.
98 Degrees.
Right. So, but in the next 10 years, everybody's going to be playing K-pop, golden.
Yeah.
Because when I go play these school dances now for these little kids.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's a good movie, man.
No,
like,
I know. I see it on the billboard at McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, how much of that? Have you played any of that stuff at a wedding yet?
Have I played Golden?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're right. I agree with you. Like in another 5,
10
6 years,
like that
that's
K-pop
going to be
stuff
coming up.
is going to be what's going to be at weddings, man.
Yeah.
Just like who thought I'd be playing Miley? Who thought you'd be playing Miley Cyrus at a wedding? Who thought you'd be playing Bieber at a wedding? I remember when Baby came out. Like that's like some of the jams for some of these couples. You know what I mean?
My son the other day, like I say, he does track, and because my son is very much like his father and is not an introvert.
Right.
They were on a mic and saying,
and he looks like a model.
This kid, man, don't tell him that. I don't let him watch this podcast.
Like,
he ain't gonna watch this.
I'm like, how old is this kid? 20?
No, all he needs is a mustache. He started shaving. But he got on the mic, for track. They have someone on the mic and telling, okay, 200's coming, this event's coming, and he asked, hey, can I get on the mic and sing? And for some reason, the very irresponsible adult
what song did he
gave
sing?
him the mic, and he sang "Baby Baby."
Yeah,
and he sang it, and all these girls, you thought this kid was like Michael Jackson. All of a sudden, they just came.
Exactly. And that's the thing with music. It's just trends. That's all it is. It's just trends, and it constantly changes. It constantly evolves, and you got to embrace it. And I freaking love it, man. I love where music's at right now. There's a lot of pop stuff out there. I mean,
what do you like playing?
What do I like? You know what? I like playing whatever makes people dance. It doesn't matter.
Okay, that's too political. No.
I'm gonna bring it back.
No.
All right, you ready? All right. No, I'm not trying to be political. We're talking about McDonald's a lot.
That's true.
I swear I should have an endorsement by McDonald's.
I know.
But here's the thing,
Mickey
okay?
D's.
If I owned a McDonald's, here's my counter. I got a line, okay? You come up, what are you going to order at McDonald's? Give me your order.
Yeah, that's true. Anything.
Give me your order. No, let me take your order. Give me your order right now.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want?
Oh, I want a Big Mac. Let's go.
Nope, sorry. We don't have that today. What else do you want?
I want a double cheeseburger.
Don't have it.
Okay, I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
Yeah, my McDonald's, I only serve pizza because I only like pizza. You think my McDonald's might be closing sometime soon?
Exactly. You're bankrupt.
You're out. Exactly. So it isn't about what I personally like. Okay. It's about what the people like. But if to backtrack on that, I love right now like the punk pop stuff. I love
Punk pop?
Yeah, like Mr. Brightside, Ocean
Okay,
Avenue.
okay.
I love that stuff, man. But then I love, the typical stuff like Yeah by Usher, Hotel Motel by Pitbull. I mean, I like that stuff. You know what I mean? I really like that stuff.
What is the weirdest, I don't know if you played so much stuff. What is the weirdest request or song that you played that?
I can tell you what it was.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
I had a wedding at Franklin Plaza about 5 years ago. And after watching this, I'm talking good, not bad. But the funny thing was, so the bride, and anybody that likes this artist, it is what it is. I had a bride request. It was like 6 or 7 Bruce Springsteen songs.
The boss.
For dancing at a wedding. Yeah, exactly.
For dancing. During the middle of the party?
When the jams are on. Do you know what Bruce Springsteen songs work at a normal wedding? None. They don't work at all. They just like, no offense to Bruce Springsteen, but that's something you listen to in your backyard when you're having a beer, I guess. Like that's just USA. But so she requests this and I'm like thinking, and I'm going, are you sure? Are these are your rider? Are you sure? And she's like, don't worry. There's gonna be people that are gonna go out. I hear
that all the time.
I play these songs because I have to.
Don't worry. It's gonna be a hit.
I have to, right?
Yeah.
This place was like boom.
Really?
Like out of 200 people, probably 150 people going crazy on the dance floor.
Really? That's a rare occasion. I've seen that a lot of times.
That is the only occasion that's ever happened with weird songs. But the reason why, and I said at the end, I'm like, I don't get it. Yeah. She goes, we're huge Bruce Springsteen fans. Like everybody here, we go tailgating.
Devin, you know who Bruce Springsteen is,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I do.
Yeah, he's a youngin'. I didn't know if you knew who the boss was.
Gen Zer over here.
Yeah. I don't even want to hear that at a wedding. Sorry for any Bruce Springsteen. I do not like Bruce. He's just like the one artist. I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it.
He's the boss,
but anyway,
man. Born in the US,
it worked for their wedding because they were everybody there tailgated, traveled from state to state. They were like, it wasn't the fan club, but they'd be people that are probably all in the fan club. So it was different, and it ended up working out great. But that was probably the weirdest. I mean, everybody's cool. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I love weddings.
You told me you
nowadays.
did some Latin stuff too.
I
don't know if
Latin.
you knew this, but I'm Hispanic.
Are
I
you
know
really?
it's hard. I know. People know they think Irish, Scottish, maybe.
I will say this. I don't think a lot of people know this either. I'm not Spanish, but
what?
No, I'm not.
My gosh.
No, but I am from a small town in upstate New York called Amsterdam.
Just a small town boy.
And the majority of our population, probably 50%, is from Puerto Rico, which is awesome. So
Amsterdam.
Oh, Amsterdam is the best.
That's where I was born. I was born in Amsterdam.
I love Amsterdam. It's a great town. I don't care what anybody says about it. It's awesome. I don't live there now. Now I live up this area. But I still embrace Amsterdam and its culture because like I've heard Latin music since I was a kid. I didn't know what it was. I mean, I was listening to rock bands and stuff, but so you hear it when cars are going by or somebody's having a barbecue. Yeah. It's just the culture. It's like you heard it. And then when Pitbull came out a few years ago, I already knew what Spanish music was, but other than this song way back in probably 20 years ago, I was playing. It was CNC Music Factory. It was called Robbie Rob's Baricua Anthem. Yeah. And then you would follow it up with Elvis Crespo, Suavemente. Yeah. Those were the 2 Spanish songs that you would play at a wedding. And now Spanish has blown up. And again, you play a couple songs. Everybody wants to hear Danza by Don Omar.
Yeah, man.
Everybody wants to hear.
Once you go Rican, that's all you be seeking. You want to hear that stuff.
Oh my God, what's the Bieber song? Oh my God, I'm losing.
Despacito.
Despacito. You don't really play that as much anymore. That kind of faded out.
I've heard it. I've heard it at weddings.
Despacito, when it came out, was a big. That was the crossover song.
That was
that and Danza. And now you're playing Pepas by Farruko. Mark Anthony. There are some great songs. Playing some Bad Bunny.
Man, he got an accent and everything. That's so cool.
When you're from Amsterdam, I mean,
it's a requirement.
You don't want to look like the white boy DJ.
They'll kick you out of Amsterdam if you can't.
You show up to a quinceañera and you play Mr. Brightside, like it ain't gonna work. So
game over.
You gotta go with the flow with music and changes, and I embrace it. The whole controversy with Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl. It was like, what's your take on that? I'm like, so the bank I go to is in Amsterdam, and everybody's Spanish I work to.
I love Bad Bunny.
They're like, what's your take? And I'm like, it's about time. I'm like, I know you might not have understood it, but he's like one of the biggest selling artists out there, and it is. Do I think it should have been done a long time ago with like Pitbull or bigger other artists? I think so, but I don't know why it wasn't. But like, I embrace change. Like, and again, I embrace everything in the music. What's popular with music, because with a wedding, you get to play a lot of different music. You know what I mean? And that's the other thing. Like, my advice to any couples, it's like, look at like everybody there. Don't make it just about yourself. Make it about the party. Make it about the experience. And again, most brides and grooms are like, just do your thing. Like, don't even give me anything. And then I'll have other brides and grooms give me like 10, 15 ride or die songs. And those are like their jams. I mean, like when you put those on, woo, it brings it next level. So, I mean, it's fun and it's great to collaborate with brides and grooms, and everybody's all over the place music wise because of Spotify now. And I think it's great. So
have you ever had, when I'm working a wedding and I'm working with a DJ, I always see the drunk people get closer and closer to the gear.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Cause this is so weird we're having this conversation today. I said cause
they're getting close and it's spilling.
Okay. I don't know when you're gonna publish this, but anyway, so a person that I recently spoke with
say no names, it's all right. It's a fictional person. It's
might get drunk and such might get drunk and come up and request Howard. And I said, I'm fine with that. And they're like, are you good with people that, I'm like, listen, I DJ'd the bars up into books. Because my wife, when we got married 12 years ago, was like, you're done playing the bars. And that was the end of that. But up until that point, since I was 18 years old, I was doing Thursday night residencies at bars. And I'm playing at 4 a.m. Now, as we all know, when you go out to bars, nothing good happens after 1 a.m. Yeah. Everybody's drunk, stoned, crazy. You know, the girls come up, you know, saying, where's my song? When are you going to play my song? You know, they turn 21. They come out, crowd. Where's my song? Where's my song? All right, give me a minute. I play the song, you know, at a bar or nightclub. Boom. Comes back in 10 minutes later. You didn't play my song. Yeah, I did. You don't remember? I was outside smoking. Play it again. And it's like, you can't, like, I'm not playing it again. And any DJ that plays at bars or nightclubs, which is a great way to start, realizes that because you're dealing with awesome but crazy people.
Do you have a deterrent before, like, people get into your mess up your stuff?
Everybody's cool, man. When you play the bars, everybody's crazy. Yeah. Like, weddings end at 10, 11, 12 o'clock max. I mean, that's the other thing. Before COVID, weddings all went to midnight or 1 a.m. Since COVID, 4:30 ceremony, 5 to 10, might go to 11. That's it.
Get out.
It's like change. So you're not dealing with like we used to deal with really, really drunk people. I tell people,
they're just lightly drunk now.
Listen,
they're not super drunk.
I want people to book me. Everybody get drunk, have a good time. I'll be the sober guy. If anybody needs a ride home, I'll help you out. Like, everybody party, have a good time.
So you can just stick them on. You got at least 5 or 6 people.
As a matter of fact, once, this is no lie, and I'm so mad that they did not do this because it would have been the coolest review ever. So I'm playing at Earl West. It's like January. Now, Earl West is up in Lake George, up by Bolton Landing.
That's snow probably as of January.
Snow. I mean, it was like below zero. I'm loading out. Took me like 30 minutes to get out. Parking lot's empty. Everybody's going home. Staff's gone. I'm loading out, closing the doors so it locks. There's a couple, like 21 years old, out in the parking lot, going like this, freezing. What's going on, guys? Oh, we're trying to get an Uber. I'm like, you're up in Bolton Landing in January. There is no Ubers that are in Bolton Landing.
Better have a plow.
So yeah, and I was like, they're like, oh, we're gonna have to walk back to the village, and you don't want to be walking on that highway, especially that highway late at night. It's so like dark and like cars are flying by.
No lights.
So I'm like, all right, I'll give you a ride. They're like, get out. You're going to give us a ride? I'm like, I don't care. I got to, like, literally, like, cool. Like, get in. So
you're that guy.
This dude tries to pay me, and he's hammered. And I'm like, dude, the only thing I want from you, because this would be the coolest review ever. Go on Google and Facebook and Wedding Wear in the Knot and say, this DJ was so awesome. He actually gave us a ride home at 12:30 in the morning.
You still have time to give him that review.
He never gave me that review.
If that person's like, watching, give him the review now.
As a DJ cab driver.
Yeah.
So, but,
oh my god!
So that was a crazy story. It was fun though. It was awesome.
That's cool, man. Well, I want to be you when I grow up because you're.
No, man. I'm just
you
lucky, dude. I'm like the luckiest. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to be doing this.
Man. What's the secret?
There's no
secret. How are you so happy all the time?
You know what? You know what's funny, man? When I was growing up, and I was saying this to somebody today, like I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to 4th grade, and then 5th and 6th I went to a public school. And it was rough for the first, 5th grade. So it was rough, man. I was not the popular kid. Didn't have a lot of friends. I'm a short dude.
You know,
didn't have a older brother or sister. I was the firstborn of my family, so it was tough, man. I got picked on by quite a few people, and I didn't have a lot of friends. And I started getting friends in middle school and then in high school, but I was never like the popular dude. I was never the jock or the what were the classes back then? You got the jocks, the preps,
preps,
the people that smoke cigarettes. I was never. I was the dude that went through school, was friends with everybody that would talk to me, and I was friends with definitely people. And I was just like this. I wasn't here or here. I was like always in the middle. So, I would, I mean, people knew me. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like I was getting invited to parties. I would have parties at my house because nobody else is inviting me to parties.
Yeah,
so when I became a DJ 18, like everything flipped and it was like, wow, like you're getting all this attention, and it just kept me humble because like I didn't have that attention growing up as a kid. And I think that was a great thing. I think that, even though it sucked to get picked on and be that kid in school.
We all were that kid, regardless if you were popular. There was still something that you were getting ripped
So
on.
as I got older, like I'm the dude like that will always stick up for somebody, the underdog. I always root for the underdog, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
man.
so that's
like
to
Rudy.
me what made me me, you know? I mean, it's just so I wake up and I'm like, thank God I'm breathing. Thank you. One more day. This is awesome, dude.
It's awesome. We did it. We made it.
But
this is why and this is part of the whole reason why I like doing this podcast is that I want people to see the real people that are
this is real. This is not scripted.
Yeah,
like
this is
what do you want me to say?
Yeah,
to
well, that's the thing. Like,
if
if you went to a wedding and you saw Mike, you'd be like, this guy's on. He's performing. This is literally how he is.
Like,
This guy how he always is. And that's the part of it too. Like I want people to see, us vendors as who we are. We're real people.
The human beings.
Yeah, we're real people.
Exactly.
And
like,
this is
come up and say hi. Like we like to screw around, I mean,
man.
we love to have a great time, and it's great. Like I often say to people, I'm like,
and request the boss at his wedding.
No,
so
do not
everyone
request
requests
Bruce Springsteen. It's not going to get played. But the bottom line is we are like a big family in this. And the thing is, what I don't think people also realize is like there are different organizations that we go to, like USA Weddings has a couple parties. We'll all get together for that once or twice a year. Mm-hmm. There's different wedding planners that have parties that we'll all get together to go to, or like the bowling night out, like where we're playing laser tag. I mean, we're all friends. We like most of the people in this business we all hang out. Like we'll go hang out together. Yep. Like you might show up to some place and see like 100 wedding vendors and go, what the heck? Like, yeah, we have the best. I don't know if it's like this in other parts of the country, but
this area is good. I know exactly where you're going. Like when we go to a wedding, a lot of times I feel like it's a class reunion sometimes.
Absolutely, man.
Especially if I go to a wedding
we're
show.
Hugging and high-fiving. Like we're happy to be working.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a big small wedding world.
Yeah.
And when people see who we are.
Right. Exactly.
Outside of what we are when we're on.
Yeah. And
we're working.
You know,
this is how we are
awesome.
Just chilling.
And I often say, like, people say about competition and about, when I was a kid, I was always worried about competition. I just was, because that's business. You're in business, you have competition.
You want to be the best. You always strive to be as best as you can be.
You want to be one of the best. Like I never want to be like the guy that's on top. I want to be known as one of the DJs. Right, man. I just want to be like I recommend tons of different DJs. Like some of these guys send me their schedules. Like I'm friends with these guys. Like I want them to succeed. I want them to do better. They got a new piece of equipment. Oh, let me check that out. Oh, I should get that.
That's true. Yeah.
So
you learn off
so
each
the
other
thing is, like, if you become friends with your competition just because you want to become friends with them, you got no more competition. You're all recommending each other. You're all hooking each other up. You know what I mean?
No longer.
It's like when I got married, like before, your company now, it was Bigler Productions. Yeah. Like there was a no-brainer. That's who's doing my wedding. Like these are just your friends. And if you guys ever need, say you said, oh, I don't know, we're doing an open house. We need a DJ. Don't call me on a Saturday or a Friday. But if it's on a but say it's like on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
All right, now we're gonna have a party now.
Come and play music.
You heard that.
This is the truth.
We're gonna have a party here.
I'm
Monday
not gonna
Tuesday.
be like, I gotta get
this.
this. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Like there's a venue that's relaunching.
I love that we're planning this party with Jake not here. Cool. I love that.
Cool.
Yeah, he's not invited.
He's gonna watch
he's
this.
Not invited.
Well, he's gonna be like, "We're having a party." Yeah, it's happening.
You should. I encourage people. I mean, there's like a venue doing a relaunch, and they called me and they're like, "How much for it?" I'm like,
"Yeah,
like let's just do this. Like it's on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday night. It's like let's just one hand washes the other. I mean, God forbid. I mean, I hope I get to do this forever.
Well, you will.
Until I decide. Yeah, I hope so, man. I want to keep doing this as long as
you're getting younger. You're Benjamin Buttons. You haven't aged.
I'm working out every day. I'm staying in shape, man. But but the thing is, I want to keep doing this forever as long as people have me do this. And but if there ever came a day where even if it was like, it's funny. Like I had to bring my car to get serviced down in Albany. And it's from where I live. That's like 50-minute drive. So I had to drop it off at like 7:30 in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I get up around 8:30.
Well, you're a DJ. You get up at 1.
I go to bed 2-3 in the morning, right? But make a long story short. So who do I call? One of my best buddies. It's a DJ down in Albany. Dude, Can you meet me at the dealership and give me a ride back? Of course. That's what I'm talking about. And these DJs and people in the business are great friends of mine, and we can lean on each other and help each other out too. So it's cool.
Well, that's I think a perfect way to end this. It's all about love. All right, man, close this out, brother.
That's a wrap.